Any questions with today's practice?
Cherry lime snowball for you today, or are you going to change it up?
I hadn't even paid attention. That would be the flavor, though, probably.
Sean, could you talk about Marcus Davenport? Would you say he had a good day today?
Yeah, we'll look at the film. I thought defensively that we were just talking about the momentum and how that affects games, and how there's typically flows to that. But regards to him, I'd want to make sure I watch the tape. Those guys did a good job, though.
Well, an evaluation of him so far from what you've seen in previous days?
Look, I see he's number one. He's healthy. He's active. I think he's having a good camp. We're still 1 week in, but he's doing a good job. He's very explosive, and I would say he's been a little bit more consistent. And so we just did our first, evening long kind of meeting on personnel the other night, and it's been positive with him.
Sean, when you talk about the ebbs and flows, offense to defense, you guys having better days, is it kind of some of those younger guys on defense kind of figuring out what to do?
Yeah, the main message was, in the course of these games in the regular season you play, there's always that pendulum that swings with momentum, and you're trying as best you can to keep it when you have it, as long as you can, capitalize on it. And when you don't, that ability to correct, to get it back, to slow down, what they're doing well. And but it happens in almost every game you play. Rarely are you in a game where you don't see a couple different momentum swings, and you got to work on that. And today was one of those days. I just felt offensively, there was a period in practice where we needed to auto-correct a little quicker.
Sean, when you're evaluating quarterbacks, how important is it just to evaluate where the ball is going as opposed to maybe the execution of the pass? Is that?
I think that's important. Where it's going, and then, is it effective? It's easy for me to say, hey, lead your team and find ways to score. It's an imperfect game at times, and so you're working with the progression, where their eyes are, the protections, all of those things. Ultimately, how efficient you can do that, how effective you can do that. But where it's going at times is really the decision column in the grade. Do you like the decision?
Grade on it.
Yeah. Every throw has got a decision grade. And there's different type reads. There's some reads that fall in the line of a progression read. There's some reads that are, here or here based on coverage. But that gets evaluated with every throw.
And is there an evaluation in that evaluation if somebody's open and they're not seeing it, or is that a?
Well, look, there's times if the progression takes them A, B, and C, C's open, we throw it to A, who's open. Not maybe as much, then.
Yeah, I got you.
That's fine. Within the progression, if we pass one that's open, then it's minus. Number 2 on a basic cross is coming open, and you're too quick off of it. That's kind of an easy way to describe it, though. But that element or column exists with each decision on a pass play.
McCoy said the other day when he was talking about the cadence and anything in the huddle, he said their cadence is pretty similar, but he said how they operate in the huddle. He said Jameis is a little bit more fun-loving and joyful and kind of makes him smile, and Taysom's a little bit more serious. Is it just kind of their personality, or do you have
I think so. No, I think the last thing we want to do is change who they are, their personality. Drew is a certain personality. Jameis, he's wired a certain way, no different than Taysom. So there's been no formula for what you have to have. The hard work is necessary. The attention to detail is necessary. But, our league has seen a history of all sorts of personalities at that position. And I think the first mistake would be trying to be someone other than yourself.
Like Bobby Hebert.
We knew his personality. We knew his personality.
I was probably more like James.
Huh?
I don't want to be presumptuous, but with the video of number 2s going through make that way into the team meeting, going through the fumble.
So I didn't see it, but my assistant Kevin did, and That's probably in a file somewhere. He showed it to me, so it wasn't. It's not gonna. It's certainly not gonna make the manufacturer of gauntlets file. All right, thank you.